Yesterday, Congressman Michael Cloud of Texas and Senator Jim Risch of Idaho, they reintroduced the No Registry Rights Act. Now, this legislation would prohibit the federal government from creating a federal firearms registry. It's sad that we have to do this because there is a law already on the books that covers the background checks after they're done by NICS. They have to be shredded, destroyed within a couple hours. But the transfer records is what they're talking about here, because the ATF is a bunch of tyrannical thugs. If you think the ATF sucks and should be deleted, then please do me a favor and like this video, leave a comment down below about what you think of the ATF, and subscribe to this channel because I'll keep you in the know about everything the ATF tries to do, even under the Trump administration. Now, Congressman Cloud's work was instrumental in uncovering that the ATF's out-of-business records imaging system, it's the OBRIS system, holds more than 920 million firearm transaction records. It's actually probably closer to 1 billion now because that report came out a little while ago. That figure shocked gun owners nationwide, as well as many members of Congress, because they didn't think the ATF was doing this. What they were doing is scanning documents into a computer, and that scanned document is thus searchable, which is not supposed to happen. Now, Gun Owners of America published a report that revealed how the ATF's database could be exploited to create a door-to-door confiscation list, further underscoring the danger posed by the current system. The link to that report I have down in the video description, and the pinned comment is one that you should check. You should really read that report. Seriously. Now, I want to thank the sponsor of the video here, and that's TriStar Trading. TriStar Trading have just released their new license plates, or vehicle tags, depending on what you call them, where you're from. These are phenomenal. They're made of metal. They're pretty cool. I definitely like the no step one and the disobey. But if you're interested in them, I'll have a link down below. Check them out. TriStar Trading. They're phenomenal people, literally right down the street here in Johnson City, Tennessee. Great folks. Check them out. Also want to give you a huge heads up going into next week is SHOT Show. If you love giveaways for long tools that can reach long ways, pay attention. Brownells and I did a dream build, and I've told you about that for a couple of weeks. I'll have the link to the video that they put on their YouTube channel down below, but the giveaway is now announced. Head over to the Brownells Instagram page and click the link in their bio. Scroll all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see how you can enter to win the dream build that I built, 6.5 Creedmoor, that will reach out a very long way. Carbon fiber. If you love it, check it out. Also, if you're going to be at SHOT Show Tuesday, I'll be in the Brownells booth doing some meet and greets at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m., as well as a meet and greet in the GOA booth Wednesday at 2 p.m. So I'd love to meet you and shake your hand. All right, under the current law, federal firearms licensees must transfer their firearm transaction records to the ATF upon closing their business. Those are the out-of-business records. Those are the ones that are stored now indefinitely in OBRIS, in that searchable database. Now, this laid the groundwork for a federal gun registry. It's there. The ATF even had to admit that it was there, but they only admitted it after GOA did a Freedom of Information Act request. They begrudgingly had to admit it. In 2022, the Biden administration finalized a rule requiring federal firearms licensees to retain these records permanently, overturning decades of policy that allowed these records to be destroyed by FFLs after 20 years. Now, this policy, combined with Joe Biden and the ATF's new zero tolerance policy, which punishes FFLs for even minor paperwork errors, has forced many small businesses to close, which further expanded the ATF's searchable database. The No Registry Rights Act directly addresses these issues by addressing three things. Number one, requiring the ATF to delete all existing firearm transaction records, which would dismantle the current database entirely. Number two, allowing FFLs to destroy transaction records when they go out of business, preventing further accumulation by the ATF. And finally, number 3, it would prohibit any federal agency from creating or maintaining a firearms registry in the future, because we know that these unelected bureaucrat agencies definitely follow the law. I mean, ATF's sole job is to violate the Constitution and make rules that they think they can pass that act like law. But anyway, I guess 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Now, Congressman Cloud stated, quote, "The Second Amendment is a cornerstone of individual liberty, and no administration, Republican or Democrat, should have the ability to compile a list of law-abiding gun owners. The Biden administration's backdoor attempts to create a federal firearms registry are a clear threat to Americans' privacy and constitutional freedoms. The No Registry Rights Act will dismantle the ATF's existing database and ensure such a registry can never be implemented," end quote. Senator Risch, again, this was submitted in the House and the Senate, Senator Risch said this, quote, "The ATF's excessive overreach has gone unchecked for far too long." Yes. Idaho's law-abiding gun owners should not be subject to an already illegal federal firearms registry. Nor should anybody else in the country. The Second Amendment is not conditional to a list of guns in circulation and their owners. All law-abiding Americans have the undeniable right to keep and bear arms. My No Registry Rights Act will safeguard this essential liberty for generations to come. Now, there are a couple groups, the 2A groups, some people call them gun groups, that are supporting this legislation right out of the box. And I will say, good on the ones I'm about to tell you that are there, and maybe the other ones who aren't should get on the bandwagon with this. What groups are they? Well, Gun Owners of America, of course. They were instrumental in getting this law, this bill, written, submitted in both chambers, as well as the National Association for Gun Rights and the NRA, the National Rifle Association. Like I said, good on those 3 for being at the front where they should be all the time. Aiden Johnston, my buddy, who's the Director of Federal Affairs for Gun Owners of America, said, thanks to Congressman Cloud's work, gun owners learned that ATF is maintaining a registry of more than 920,664,765 records. A subsequent GOA report uncovered the dangerous search functionality of this database, which could be used to generate a door-to-door gun confiscation list. ATF is in clear violation of the federal ban on gun registration, so this illegal registry must be destroyed. We are proud to support the No Registry Rights Act and urge this Congress and the President to swiftly deal with this existential threat to our Second Amendment rights. Now, Hunter King, who is the Director of Political Affairs for the National Association for Gun Rights, said, quote, ATF's hoarding of nearly 1 billion gun records is a blatant violation of the law and a direct threat to Americans' privacy. This is nothing short of an illegal power grab to create a federal gun registry. The No Registry Rights Act will put a stop to this overreach and protect the Second Amendment from government abuse. Now, this should be a no questions asked, common sense, must-pass piece of legislation, but we'll have to keep our eyes on this and keep the pressure on our employees. That, honestly, let's be honest, they tend to waver if they think gun owners are not paying attention. Remember, you can call the U.S. Capitol Switchboard at 202-224-3121 and speak with the office of your representatives and senators anytime. And I highly recommend you do it quite regularly, my friends. They should know who you are. If you value your rights and you want to stay updated on critical Second Amendment cases or laws, legislation, stuff like that, hit the subscribe button down below and share this video. Together we can ensure that every American's voice is heard and get them involved in the fight for freedom. Thanks for watching Guns and Gadgets. Stay free, America. Take care.